Hello, fellow carpenters, DIYers, porch builders, and such. If you're here, you're probably here because T1-11 siding. What is T1-11 siding? It's this siding that comes in 3 different versions. Real wood that's cut out to look like these boards, like you would do board and batten. Comes in a kind of a press board kind of thing with a paper face and maybe a ply version, something like that. Anyway, you get the idea. It's 4x8 sheets in this case. This is one of the kind of OSB type. So I'm putting a ledger board up here. I got roughly with that lower door molding reduced down to about 1 inch, I've got roughly 7.5 inches, including my 1 inch space for the actual decking, which we're going to use the composite decking from Lowe's, similar to Trex, but that's all I'll say about that. So I was going to cut out the siding and flash it with tape and tar paper and metal flashing and the whole 9 yards. It would basically be coming up a couple of inches past the bottom of the door, going all the way over, and then removing for 8 foot 2 inches roughly for this 8-foot ledger board, and it's 2x8. So I started looking online, a couple of videos. A guy made his own spacers similar to something like this. Makes a little rooftop cut on it to help shed water. Then nails it on the back of this board, of the ledger board. This is my ledger right here. It's all marked out with where my hangers will be, and then where my lags will be. Everything to my local code. I'm here in northern Alabama. I saw the little circular spacers so that you don't have to cut off your T1-11 type siding or any type of sheathing like that that's kind of a press. I know there's issues with rot and with water, not only water just sitting on the top edge of the ledger board and then finding its way down into the cracks and crevices like the texture of the siding, and then it finds its way to the actual bolt and has nowhere to go. And even if it's not direct like water rain condensation, when it gets cold outside and the temperature of the house is warmer, then you get another condensating effect that happens from where the bolt goes from the cold wood to the inner part of the house where maybe it's warmer, and you're going to get that sweating cola can, drink can effect on the inside of the house, because the bolt is cold from the outside air. It goes into the house. It's still cold, but now it's the warm air in there is condensating moisture, and that's where you end up with this. Some people call it capillary, but it's not. I don't think it's really capillary. That would be another rain situation where the bolt is wet. It's touching the wood. The wood is wet. And at some point it kind of sweats its way into the house. But anyway, here's what I'm going to do. I like the idea of about a 1/2 inch spacing out from the wall so that you have a gap and water can naturally run down that siding. So here's my arguments for not cutting out that bottom little ridge right there. Right now it's all sealed, so to speak, and then you got your drip edge that goes where the 2 seams from the lower siding and the upper siding come together. You got all these other holes from electrical boxes, electricity going in, air conditioner on the outside. The hoses just come out. They just filled all those gaps around with cheap silicone, whatever. I don't want a giant hole there, and I think that I can control the moisture better than flashing everything and then still having this big exposed hole, if you will, and relying on zip tape or whatever. So this is what I'm going to do. I got these spacers that I'm making out of this. It's just 6-inch wide by, I don't know, 3/8, or it's just under ½ inch thick PVC siding board trim. So here's what I'm going to do. We'll just start right here at the end. Let me just knock everything off first. All right. So we're going to do the textured side on the board. That way this flat side is not just pressed against the board and not giving any airspace or any way for water to maybe try to get out. All right. So this is the other side. This is the flat side. This is going to go to the house. The house is also textured, so there's going to be some airspace in here with the texturing of the siding that it's touching. So first, here's my 2 holes. This is going to be the end piece. It's going to go just like this. It's going to be almost flush, but not quite flush with this edge, about a 1/16. And then up here on the top, it's actually going to protrude about a 1/16. All right. And then I can make a nice caulk right here with what I'm going to use is this Lexel gel. I pretty much did the rest of the house trim and everything with it while we were building the house, so I'm really impressed with it. I've done a lot of tests with it. I'm impressed with it. So now I've pre-drilled my holes through my board and through this board, just a tiny bit smaller than my actual ledger lock lag screws that I'm going to use. So let me just show you real quick. That ledger lock is going to be just a hair smaller than the wood and the spacer piece. That's going to give me a good moisture lock there, but I don't have to worry about swelling, splitting, anything like that. And my holes, so I'm going to mount this board to my ledger board, and I want to be able to line up these holes perfectly because this is of course, goes to the house. So when my bolt comes through this side, right, you've got this space right here, and we're going to allow air to come up through here and water to escape. If any water tries to capillary or condensate on this bolt right here before it goes into the house, it's got a place to escape. And this is your lower bolt, same thing. So I basically did roughly 1/8 of an inch gap right here, deep, and came in here with just this, just a regular shallow boring bit that you put like spindles or something in with in a 2x4. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to drill a hole, just a countersunk hole, a couple of 1/16, maybe an 1/8, right around 1/8 of an inch, I guess, deep in my siding. I want to get rid of the texture on the siding right here where this hole is in the house siding, and then I'm going to fill that hole up. I'm not going to fill this hole up, but the hole that looks like this in the siding where this is going to mount, it's going to be filled with Lexel gel, all right, and basically smoothed out even with the surrounding siding around it. Same thing with this hole. Every hole will be like that. And then I will take a piece of butyl tape, and I'm going to go about a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch bigger than the hole, and cover that with butyl tape also. So then, when this bolt goes through this, first it goes through the board, then it goes through this hole, then it comes out the other side. When it goes into the house wall, it's going to be going into another recess, like I said, filled with the Lexol gel, and the gel is already going to be set up, and butyl tape over, zip tape is what I'm using actually, over the hole. All right, and that should cut off capillary effect and any kind of just water condensation. It should help to regulate this end of the bolt to the inner home temperature. I do have this is going on my garage. My garage is totally insulated with a full metal insulated door, and it's temperature controlled. So hopefully, from what I've tested, all this should stay free from sweating due to being cold from the other half of the bolt being outside. We'll see, but that's what I'm going with. Let's see, one other thing. All right, also on this backside where it meets the face of the house, it will be a 1/2 inch from this recess here, this gap. We're going to go up about a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, something like that. Come around all the way around on the outside with the Lexol gel, and then we're going to run one more bead directly against it, no spaces between. All right, and then we're going to use actual butyl, not butyl tape like zip tape, but butyl on a roll. It's pure black butyl, and it's the same butyl tape that they use to put in automotive bolt-in glasses, like quarter panel glasses on Hyundai, Kia, some of the other companies on the quarter panel, the little wing glass, the triangle glass, whatever. Those are bolt-in, and other glasses are going to use a liquid urethane, but those particular bolt-ins use a ribbon. It's called it's on a roll, and it's just black, looks like black rope. It's called butyl ribbon, and I'm going to bring my butyl ribbon just below about 1 inch my lowest hole, and it will go around the perimeter of the Lexol gel all the way around, and that's it. There's not going to be any flashing covering anything, other than there will be a butyl zip tape that comes off the back edge and goes down past my ledger, top of my ledger, about 2 inches. And then once all of my joists, hangers, and joists are installed, it'll get a second layer of zip tape or butyl tape that comes from the edge of the house, goes up on the edge of the house, roughly 3/4 of an inch, just below where my flooring will be. It'll come down off the wall here, and then down onto my joists and out about 4 inches, and then I'll continue to tape from there. But hopefully I'm going to come back here in a few years and say no problems, everything's working out, and maybe there's something to this. I didn't want to do the little round plastic circles that they sell at Lowe's and online. I really didn't want to just do a spacer and put a little caulk around the hole and hope it holds up. So hopefully this is the old belt suspenders, duct tape, zip tie, everything I can think of to keep this done. Now, I do automotive glass work, automotive collision on high-end cars, and I do a little bit of carpentry. Built that deck a couple weeks ago. built this barn behind me. So I know a little bit about a little bit. So just in case anybody needs an idea of how to get past cutting the ledger board into the face of the house when you have T11 siding or sheathing similar to it, I think this is going to be a pretty good answer. So let me know in the comments what you think, and try not to beat me up too bad. I know. Cut the face of the house. Cut it. I know. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching.